My brother showed up at the hospital asking to borrow my car while my daughter was in the ICU. I handed him the keys without hesitation. 3 days later, he realized what I'd actually given him. My 8-year-old had just come out of 6-hour spinal surgery, 2 titanium rods along her spine. The doctors said the next 48 hours were critical. Infection, blood clots, nerve damage. I'd been awake for 31 hours on vending machine coffee. My ex couldn't get time off. Mom was on a cruise. I was alone when the surgeon said the surgery went well, but she'd need intensive monitoring. That's when Travis walked in, not to ask about his niece. He needed my car because his got towed. Just for the weekend, he said, scrolling his phone. I've got this thing in Denver and Uber's charging $300. You're just sitting here anyway. My daughter was 3 floors up with tubes in her chest. He wanted my car for a weekend trip. What thing in Denver? Concert. Bought tickets months ago. He shrugged. My car's at the impound lot. They want $800. Here's what Travis didn't know. 6 months ago, I discovered he'd been stealing from our mom. I'd stopped by her house and found her crying at the kitchen table. Bank statements spread out. $3,000 missing. ATM withdrawals she didn't make. When I dug deeper, it got worse. He'd been taking money from her purse for over a year, using her credit cards, forging her signature on checks. When I confronted him, he laughed. She's got dementia anyway. She won't remember. Our mom doesn't have dementia. She's 67 and sharp. So I started documenting everything. Cameras in her house, alerts on her credit cards, every receipt, every statement. I had recordings of him admitting it, video of him going through her purse, bank records showing the pattern, 6 months of evidence, waiting for the right moment. When Travis stood there asking for my car while my daughter fought through recovery, I knew this was it. I pulled out my keys. Sure, take it. He looked shocked. Seriously? Yeah, spot C7, silver Civic. You're a lifesaver. He grabbed them. Back Sunday night, he walked to the elevator. Didn't ask what floor she was on. Didn't ask if I needed anything. I texted him 2 hours earlier. Don't come to the hospital. I need my car. When he showed up anyway, I texted again. Do not take my car. I need it. He glanced at his phone, rolled his eyes, kept talking about Denver. Screenshot saved. Then I handed him the keys. Let him walk out. 8 minutes after he left, I called the police, reported my car stolen, gave them the plate, description, direction. But here's the best part. That morning, I'd gone to my mom's house, grabbed the stolen credit cards I'd recovered from Travis's apartment, the forged checks, the ATM card with her name. I placed everything in my glove compartment, inside an envelope with my mom's name and Travis's handwriting. He made it 40 miles before state troopers pulled him over. When they searched the car, they found the envelope. Travis called from the station 3 hours later, screaming. I let it go to voicemail while a nurse checked my daughter's vitals. She opened her eyes for the first time since surgery and smiled at me. My phone buzzed. Mom texting. Police had called about the credit cards. She wanted to know everything. I sent her every screenshot, every recording, every receipt. 2 hours later, the detective called. Mom had pressed charges. He asked if I knew Travis was supposed to go to Denver this weekend. I smiled and said I had no idea. The detective paused, then said Travis was looking at 3 to 5 years for felony theft and fraud. He never did make it to Denver. Travis called me from the station, screaming. I let it go to voicemail while a nurse checked my daughter's vitals. Her eyes for the first time since surgery and smiled at me. My phone buzzed again. Mom texting. The police had called her about the credit cards. She wanted to know everything. I sent her every screenshot, every recording, every receipt I'd been collecting for 6 months. 2 hours later, my phone rang. It was the detective. Mom had just pressed charges. He asked if I knew Travis was supposed to go to Denver this weekend. I smiled and said I had no idea. The detective paused, then said Travis was looking at 3 to 5 years for felony theft and fraud. He never did make it to Denver.